Tonight on TVN, Prom is receiving a major upgrade. For the first time in nearly 3 decades, juniors and seniors celebrate in style off campus. Julia Mirkin, Jessica Grant, and Mason Aguiar report. Without a course on campus, the Masters golf team goes the extra mile to hone their skills. Although there were challenges along the way, the teams created meaningful connections for a memorable season. Rio Imanishi and Madison Fiore with more. Boarders are always looking for an enjoyable way to spend their downtime, and weekend trips are a great way to do this. From eating at delicious restaurants to visiting local malls, Ryan Lim, Devan Patel, and Madison Fiore investigate how these trips create memories and build friendships. As the spring season wraps up, Maria Milkov, Josh Edghill, and Simon Dorment recap the biggest victories, outstanding athletes, and key moments from our athletic teams this season. And finally, dorm proctors are chosen every year to keep the dorms running smoothly. Josh Edghill goes behind the scenes with Thompson proctor Alex Cho to see what the job entails. And keep your eye out for a public service announcement by Anna Krebnev and Azaria Charles about library resources in the upcoming days. All this and more next.
When the door closes.
Good evening, and welcome to the Tower Broadcast Newsroom. I'm Gus Creech.
And I'm Ryan Lim.
Thank you for your steadfast viewership and support these past 2 years.
Yes, and thank you to our amazing staff, production team, associate EPs Ben and William, and of course our advisors Ms. Cowie and Ms. Sass for all the help and guidance along the way.
And without further ado, we'd like to pass the mic on to Julia and Ria.
Hi, I'm Julia Mirkin.
I'm Rio Imanishi, and we are so excited to be the executive producers for the next school year.
We want to thank Gus, Ryan, William, and Ben for all the hard work they've done throughout their time on the TBN staff. And now we are excited to share and recap the latest news.
For juniors and seniors, prom has always been an exciting way to finish off the school year. To add to the excitement, this year prom is being moved off campus to a beautiful venue in Terrytown. Jessica Grant, Mason Aguiar, and Julia Mirkin have the story.
As the end of the 2025-2026 school year approaches, students are preparing for one of the most exciting nights of the year, prom. For the first time ever, it's moving off campus to Abigail Kirsch at Tappan Hill Mansion. From gym doors to mansion floors, this change marks a major turning point in Masters history.
The first Masters prom was in 1998, and every single prom has been on campus. So this is the first year that prom will be off campus. This year, the entire senior class and then 2 students, Ayana and Kayla, really were pushing for off-campus prom. So I said to them, you find a location, you get some of the prices, and we'll make it happen.
Ever since we were freshmen, we've always wanted prom off campus, and we used to have it in Esterwood, but due to recent construction, we haven't been able to, and it's just always been in gyms, and I don't really think that's a good way to end off our senior year. We thought that this would be a good opportunity to push administration to have prom off campus.
It took a couple of months. They brought me the information. I had to meet with the folks over at Tappan Mansion in Terrytown, and then I had to make sure it's safe, make sure it's enough parking, that sort of thing. It's really a beautiful setting. I'm excited for it.
I'm feeling very excited. I think that it being off campus is going to be a lot more fun and make it feel like prom.
We recognize that especially boarders, it's difficult to just go off campus and go somewhere far.
I didn't want to have prom somewhere across Westchester County or even somewhere further than that. This is 4 miles from campus. We can get the boarders there. I'm probably going to have a coach bus. So the location really works, and we're lucky that we have such a beautiful spot.
We wanted it to be somewhere with food because I remember last year a lot of students, especially gluten-free students, couldn't eat certain things.
Worry, of course, is the price of prom tickets, which is going from $50 to $125, which is still very reasonable for a prom, but it's a big jump.
I've personally heard many people talking about the ticket pricing. I think it's expected due to the location, the amenities that the location provides.
I'm really happy that it is off campus, but the prices are definitely very expensive. It's going to be worth it. I think it's going to be really fun, but that definitely is something to consider.
Many seniors especially make that promise of having it off campus, and it just never happens. I think that this would be a very good connection for the school to have in future years.
With this being the first year prom is being held off campus, it signifies a new chapter filled with excitement, change, and unforgettable moments. Going from the FC Gym to Tappan Hill Mansion is a revolutionary change, and we hope everyone who is attending has a great time.
It is so exciting to see prom in a new location after 27 consecutive years of it being on campus.
Yeah, the venue looks stunning. Hopefully it'll be held there again next year.
Without a course on campus where they can practice, the golf team operates differently from all the other sports programs. Though this does bring challenges at times, the team has had a great season overall. Imanishi and Madison Fiore share the story.
As the only varsity program at Masters without a dedicated playing surface on school grounds, the golf team has to operate differently. The teams often practice in Strayer Gym, as well as traveling off campus to a nearby driving range in Hartsdale, and public golf courses in Westchester and the Bronx. Let's find out about the advantages and disadvantages brought by these unique arrangements.
Other schools go to real courses during the week to practice, which definitely gives them an advantage because they just play more. Last year we had to putt into coffee mugs in Masters Hall, so it's not really ideal.
It's harder to learn how to deal with emotions and emotion regulation practicing on a driving range because I don't feel the same amount of being upset. And that leads me to feel underprepared for the game.
But those same constraints often work in their favor, allowing the team to discover hidden ways to improve and connect that they might not have found on a traditional course.
Because we don't have a course we can go to every day, we're forced to go inside and hit on the net. But this does help out our team morale since we're just close together and we can help each other with swings and just more intricate stuff, which can help for the course and the matches later on.
Off the course, I want to spread the enjoyment of this amazing game that is a lifelong sport. Where you can play late into your life. It is a great networking tool as well, and it's just an awesome way to enjoy time with friends and whatnot.
Mr. Stevens has really turned golf at Masters into a very communal thing, and it makes me want to constantly improve. It makes me want to be on the course. It makes me want to compete. It makes me want to get better.
Golf is not just about whether I'm shooting the best score or what course I'm playing. It's more just about the people and the opportunities. Looking back in 5 years, I'm not going to remember what course I played or what I shot. I'm going to remember I played with my friend Sam and we had a really good time.
The Masters golf team has built a culture that doesn't rely on having a home field right outside the locker room. It's a group that learns to take their environment with them, ensuring that by the time they step off the bus, they're prepared for whatever the course throws at them. While spending some time with the team, I got inspired to go on the course as well. Safe to say I won't be making the team next year.
Sounds about right, but maybe you can get some practice in over the summer.
Boarders are always looking for a fun way to spend their weekend. Weekend trips are a great option to get off campus and spend time with friends. Devan Patel, Ryan Lim, and Madison Fiore report.
Cafe trip, mall shopping, WNBA game. These are all weekend trips available to boarders of the Master School. But why do students choose to go on these trips, and what do they contribute to the community?
If you don't want to get bored on the weekends, then you come on these trips, you hang out with friends, right? You take agency over the weekend, right? And the trips give you the opportunity to do that.
What prompts me to go on the trips is I want to go out and I want to do things, I want to see things. As soon as I started going on these trips, I noticed that I had a lot more in common with a bunch of people who would also go on the same trips. When we would go out a lot, I'd end up creating a bunch of relationships.
Being a boarder, having all these weekend trips, it really gives you much more freedom and ability to go out and explore the town, New York City, and everything, all that in between.
It more is about the fact that you're doing something, right? You're getting out of bed, you're getting out of school, right? You're up and about, you're having good food, you're around good people.
You could just see how everybody was hanging out and playing and doing silly things. They're silly on the bus, they're playing games, they talk to each other, they listen to music. It's a way for kids that don't normally hang out with one another to hang out.
The chaperones of the trip, those folks are always saying how they love seeing students in a different setting. It really creates community between not only the students, but the students and the faculty.
Some of these kids I don't know because they don't play sports, but now I get to know them because they come on the trip, which is nice for me, so I get to see them in a different field.
Having all of these opportunities to go out with your friends, not being just at school, so it's a great time to form relationships.
We have, over 150 boarders on campus, and that weekend trip is going to look different every time. So there has not been a bus where I've had the same group of kids doing the same trip. It's always been a new group, a mixed group, and and that's nice.
My home away from home, right, my family is the boarding community here. The line between family and friends becomes blurred as well. The trips are part of it, a small part of it. The people are really what makes boarding so great.
All this talk about food is making me super hungry.
That sounds about right. I really want to try Bobo's Cafe. Even though we are day students, we should definitely go next time.
It's everyone's favorite time of the episode, the 2-minute drill. As the spring season comes to a close, we have had many exciting victories to recap. Maria Milkov, Josh Edghill, and Simon Dorment with more.
Good evening and welcome back to the 2-minute drill, where we recap Masters varsity sports, this time for the spring athletic season. I'm Maria Milkov.
And I'm Josh Edghill, and we'll be your host for tonight. Let's get straight into it.
Hey, homework on me, homework on 3, 1, 2, 3,
Homework! The varsity baseball team has finished the season with a winning record of 7-6 with an outstanding final game with a 15-0 win versus Unions. In contrast to previous years, the Panthers played as an independent team rather than being part of Night Cities. The team is looking forward to the future as they will be back in Night Cities next year with 2 promising underclassmen, Hunter Smith and David Furzaball.
The boys volleyball team season came to a close with a 5-8 record. They had numerous league nominations from Artur Salgado, Thomas Duke, June Kim, and Nico Corey-Levy. Artur Salgado led the way with 204 total points, followed by Thomas Duke with 129.
Set.
In coach Ian Mook's final season as track coach, the boys track team won the FAA championship meet with a total of 138 points. We had stand-up performances all across the board from David Morris, Henry Frascate, AJ Nguyen, Mason Rosenblatt, Chris Possible, Tommy Prote, Liam Chapelier, and Jamie Millward. This meet school records were broken with AJ Nguyen in the triple jump, Tommy Prote in the javelin, and Liam Chapelier in the 1,500 and 3,000 meter races.
On the girls' side, they got 4th place in the FAA championships with a program best 59 points, nearly doubling what they scored the previous year. Emma Barnes, Abby Kynan, Maddie Barnes, and Jance Mowbray led the way, with Emma Barnes breaking the school record in the 800 and Jance Mowbray breaking the school record in the 400. Both the boys and girls teams had historic performances, and they have both improved since last year.
The boys tennis team had a respectable season, finishing with an overall record of 5-6 with huge wins over schools such as Collegiate and St. Luke's. At the end of season FAA championships, several players made deep runs into the quarterfinals and further, including the doubles team of Jake Krugulak and Kate Sauerhoff, and our number 1 singles player, Simon Dorment. The team, which is mainly comprised of freshmen and sophomores, will only lose 1 senior, so next year is looking up for them.
The boys lacrosse team had a rebuilding season and finished with a 4-5 record, pretty good for a rebuild. Led by top goal scorer Finn Savage, along with Etienne Millet, a key defender, and sibling duo Thomas and Angus McCallum, they finished strong this season and are looking to improve next year.
The varsity girls lacrosse team finished the season with a triumphant 10-2 record, making it into the prestigious United States tournament. This season was the team's best in school history. Led by top scorer Frankie Navin and the best goalie in the conference, B. Hopper, as well as heavy contributors Maya Ewan and Flynn Dixon, the team unfortunately lost in the United States quarterfinals matchup against Hackney, but still they had a wildly successful season and is looking to continue this momentum into next year.
Wow, I wasn't sure you would be done in time. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Maria Milkov.
I'm Josh Edghill, and thank you for watching the 2-minute drill.
Seeing all these athletes in action makes me wish I played a spring sport.
You should definitely join girls lacrosse next year. It's a blast.
To keep the dorms fun and orderly, students have to step up into roles of leadership. Josh Edghill takes a behind-the-scenes look at what being a dorm proctor really means.
In every school, some students take on leadership roles that help keep the community running smoothly, and one of the most important of these is the dorm proctor. Acting as a bridge between students and faculty, dorm proctors help ensure that dorm life stays safe and respectful. Today, we take a closer look at the responsibilities, challenges, and impact of being a student dorm proctor with Thompson dorm proctor Alex Cho.
I think for me, being a proctor is not only being a leader, but also being an active member of our community, helping to support one another and helping to feel like a family. It's important to me because my first step on this campus, I was guided by proctors. They welcomed me into this community, and I want to be able to share that spirit and that community with everybody else in my dorm.
Alex is a great proctor. He is very energetic. He is always participating, both in weekend and week events, even though he's a 5-day boarder. I can't name one weekend where we had a community weekend, that he did not stay, even though he could have gone home. And I think that's very showing of how he is as a person as well.
For me, I love being able to engage with the dorming community. Every week I have to do rounds, and most people think of that as a chore or a job, but I think it's my highlight of every week. I think this because I can have personal one-on-one conversations with everyone in my dorm, check in on people that I usually don't talk to, and just have new conversations and learn about the lives of people that are living with me. I think it's definitely challenging, but especially on my duty nights, I have to make sure that my work is done so that I'm available for anyone in my dorm to ask any questions, or if they need any help, that I'm available to help them. On other nights that are not my duty nights, I still have to make sure that my work is done, but I can rely on my other proctors and my dorm parents to help me if I am pressured and under a lot of stress.
As we've seen, being a dorm proctor is about much more than enforcing rules. From supporting fellow students to working alongside faculty and other proctors, proctors play a key role in shaping dorm life. Their impact is felt every day.
It is impressive how Alex juggles being a proctor along with all of his other extracurriculars.
Yeah, he's an inspiring individual.
That's all we have time for here tonight on Tower Broadcast News. Thank you so much to our whole TBN production team and to you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to Tower Broadcast News on YouTube and follow @Masters Tower on Instagram and Facebook. And that's the tea from the studio.
Thank you to everyone on the TBN staff who made this segment possible, especially the seniors who are moving on to a new and exciting chapter of their lives. We wish everyone luck on their final exams. I'm Imanishi.
And I'm Julia Mirkin, and from all of us here on the TBN staff, have a great night.